Selena Gomez didn't hold back on her new album, and fans are convinced she's calling out Justin and Hailey Bieber in several tracks. For a couple that tries hard to show they're doing well, being labeled as embarrassing by an ex can't be easy. TikTok hasn't helped either. It's been pouring gasoline on the fire. One clip that's been spreading fast shows a young Hailey Baldwin possibly mocking a Selena poster in a Target store. Real or not, the internet has a lot to say about it. It doesn't stop there. People are also bringing up the time Hailey went on Jimmy Kimmel Live and pretended like she barely knew who Justin was. But receipts from back in 2009 show she actually won a VIP meet-and-greet with him because she was such a huge fan. Fans are now connecting the dots, saying a lot of her past actions don't match what she claims now. There's even talk that Hailey might take legal action over everything being said online about her, Justin, and Selena. But with so many old clips, posts, and screenshots floating around, a lot of people are wondering what that would even solve. Meanwhile, she and Justin seem to be doing everything they can to ignore the chaos. A source told People magazine that Hailey is staying focused on her career. Justin is working on music, and they're just trying to go about their lives. But if that's really the case, people are asking why even mention a lawsuit. It raises doubts about how calm and unaffected they really are. That same source also said the couple is enjoying their life together, even loving married life and the idea of starting a family. And if that's true, good for them. But let's be real, there's no way Justin hasn't seen the videos, read the comments, or heard the buzz. He's definitely aware of what's going on. He once even said in an interview that his marriage felt like it was arranged. His words, not anyone else's. So clearly he's tuned into how people see his relationship. And while he might be okay with where he is now, that doesn't erase Selena's experience. Her new music lays all of it out from her side. Even though Selena has said her songs aren't specifically about who people think they are, fans aren't convinced. The lyrics are way too specific. Some of them sound like pages ripped from her private diary. And more than just sounding good, the songs show a version of Selena that hasn't been seen in a long time. Raw, emotional, and no longer holding anything back. In one track called How Does It Feel to Be Forgotten, she sings, "You are so embarrassing. Go cry when no one's watching." That's a sharp line, not something you can brush off. Then she adds, "He walked in with a big grin, talking like we're friends. Honey, what were you thinking?" And it ends with, "He loves me. I love him. Look at you. Look at you now." Fans instantly tied that to the time Selena and Hailey posed together at the Vanity Fair event. At the time, it looked like a sweet, peaceful moment. But now, Selena says she didn't even want to be in that photo. That changes how people see that picture. And Hailey's smile in it now feels a bit more like a silent brag, especially considering everything that's happened. Another new song getting people talking is Look at You, Just Look at You Now. Fans noticed that the title sounds a lot like her 2020 track, Look at Her Now, which was also about her past with Justin. It's almost as if both Justin and Selena have been using their music to process their history together. But this new song, it feels even more raw and personal. Then there's You Said You Were Sorry, which listeners think might be another message aimed at Justin. She sings, "Don't think about you. Happy without you more now than I ever was." She doesn't use his name, but the meaning is clear. The next lines say, "I had a dream you said you were sorry. Sorry for everything that you put on me. Then our eyes were bawling in the rain. We finally forgave you. I had a dream." That's all it was. You can really feel the pain in those lyrics. It sounds like she imagined getting closure, but only in her sleep. Fans can't help but compare it to Justin's song, Sorry, which had a more public, upbeat vibe. Selena's version feels more like something she had to get out quietly for herself. It's her way of telling her truth. Fans are calling this album a big emotional turning point for her. She's not just putting out good songs. She's telling her story. Each line feels deeply personal. And what really stands out is how she's not worried anymore about how it might come off. She's just sharing what she lived through. On her terms, in another song called Don't Want to Cry, Selena takes it even further. She sings, "Left the door wide open for the whole world to see you. Then you kissed her right in front of me. Like I wasn't even there." That paints a pretty clear image, watching someone you once loved move on and doing it like you don't even exist. She follows it with, "I should cause a scene for what you've done to me." The saddest part is we both know I would never leave. Those lines really stick. They show the kind of heartbreak where you feel invisible and helpless. She's not just singing about sadness, she's describing betrayal, confusion, and the pain of staying silent for too long. Each track seems to peel back another layer of what she went through. And while she's not naming names, the stories are speaking for themselves. Fans are piecing it together, and it's clear this album isn't just music hits closure. It's not about drama. It's about her finally getting to say what she held in for years. fans picked up on exactly what Selena meant. After her split with Justin, he made things official with Hailey almost right away. The switch was quick, so quick that people couldn't help but notice. For Selena, it likely felt like she was pushed aside and easily replaced. That kind of hurt doesn't just disappear. In one song, she says, "Everybody knows I'm just another hand you hold." And that one sentence captures so much like she was part of a pattern, not something that lasted. This album doesn't just talk about her feelings, it makes people feel them too. Even if not every line is aimed at Justin or Hailey, it's obvious that Selena had a lot built up, and she's finally letting it out. Her heartbreak turned into something meaningful, and listeners are connecting with it on a deeper level. While Justin moved forward, Selena was left to pick up the pieces. She didn't sit around in sadness forever. She had other relationships too. One that stands out is her time with The Weeknd. It wasn't long-term, and maybe it didn't hit the same emotional level as her past, but it still mattered. She's spent most of her life under a spotlight, working through pain publicly. Yet she's still standing, still making music that reflects where she's been and how far she's come. No fake smiles, no cover-ups, just her truth. Whenever she drops a song about love or heartbreak, fans instantly start guessing who it's about. Sometimes it seems obvious, like Justin. Other times, it might be someone else, like Benny Blanco or The Weeknd. But either way, the lyrics get picked apart. In "Don't Want to Cry," she says, "I should have caused a scene. The saddest part is we both know I would never leave you." That line hits hard. It sounds like she's admitting she stayed in something she knew wasn't right. She's not just calling out someone else. She's also being honest about her own choices and how long she stayed, despite knowing better. Selena also put out a Spanish-language track called Tradas. It might be hard for some to pronounce, but the message behind it is clear. The song talks about heartbreak and saying goodbye. She sings, "It's not your fault I had to leave. Please don't look at me like that, baby." It's quiet but deeply emotional. Then she adds, "You know I don't want to say goodbye. Don't cry. Just hold me one last time." That line has a softness that says a lot. It's loving, but full of sadness. Another lyric says, "2 years have passed and I still think of you in every way. Before, they were your eyes raining in." That's not just poetic, feels personal. These aren't just well-written lines, they're pulled from her own experiences online. There's been no shortage of theories. Some people have even suggested that Justin might have been dealing with outside pressure or influences behind the scenes that affected his emotional state. Others think there could have been darker things going on in Hollywood that added to the tension, but Selena doesn't point fingers. She doesn't name names. She's just telling her story through her songs. In Tradas, there's a line that goes, "Autumn, and now they're mine. How you changed love. We're both happy, and now I cry. For God's sake." That sounds like she's finally accepted the past. He's moved on. She's moved on. But that doesn't mean the memories don't hurt. In one interview, Selena said the album isn't only about one person. She explained it covers love, loss, personal growth, and friendships that faded away. But there was one quote that really caught fans' attention. She said, "Most of this album has nothing to do with what everyone may go to." That word, most, got people talking. If the album has 10 tracks and at least 4 seem to link directly to Justin, then that's not exactly a small portion. Saying most feels like she's avoiding saying everything outright. One thing is clear, Selena has changed. Emotionally, mentally, and in her music. She's walked away from unhealthy connections and found new ones that seem more solid. But listeners can't ignore the songs that feel way too personal to be about anyone else. No matter how much she says it's not focused on one person, the emotions say otherwise. Now that the album is out, both Justin and Hailey have been posting online, sharing happy photos and messages full of love and positivity. Fans have seen this kind of thing before. When lyrics go viral and fans start decoding meanings, the drama usually follows soon after. Not long ago, Justin shared a lengthy post on Instagram, quoting scripture, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." Then he wrote about forgiveness, touching on losing friends, feeling forgotten, and trying to let things go. Fans quickly noticed how that lined up with Selena's lyrics, like "How does it feel to be forgotten?" and "Go cry when no one's watching." Now people are wondering, was she only talking about Justin, or was there shade aimed at Hailey too? Either way, it's clear Selena didn't hold back with this project. Justin's post didn't stop with forgiveness. He went on to say, "I want to take forgiveness as far as it goes. We haven't taken it far enough. God is speaking to me." He even threw in a lull at the end, but people weren't laughing. It caught their attention. Then he brought back an old post Hailey wrote in 2019 about struggling with anxiety and figuring out who she was. He reposted it and added, "Still relevant, boo." That message was meant to be supportive, but the timing was strange, especially since it came right after Selena's album release. Hailey reacted by reposting it with a laughing emoji. showing she appreciated it, but Justin kept going. He posted another message that said, "I think I hate myself sometimes when I feel myself start to become inauthentic. Then I remember we're all being made to think we're not enough. And then I still hate when I change myself to please people." If that wasn't real enough, he also admitted, "I've got anger issues too, but I want to grow and not react so much." Now fans are wondering what pushed him to share all this now. What's going on behind the scenes? What's really triggering these posts? Everyone wants to know the full story. And just when it seemed like things might calm down, Justin did something that looked like a clear response to all the attention on him, Selena and Hailey. Things have definitely started to heat up again. Justin got everyone talking when he liked an Instagram post showing Hailey Bieber in a St. Laurent fur coat from 2019. The caption, "Jobless people tearing Hailey Bieber apart." That one move sparked a lot of reactions. People began asking who exactly are these jobless folks he's shading? Because if he meant Selena, it doesn't land she's working nonstop across music, acting, and business. And most of the fans and creators commenting on the situation aren't spreading hate there, just reacting to what's already out there. It's discussion, not drama for drama's sake. That old video of young Hailey at Target, where she seems to mock a Selena poster, has popped up again. It's being used as more evidence that Hailey's been aware of and possibly watching Selena long before marrying Justin. Too many, it doesn't feel like coincidence. It feels like quiet competition. And honestly, if Hailey ever came out and admitted she had a thing for Justin for years and went after what she wanted, she might actually gain respect for being real about it. No tears, no confusion, just straight up honesty. Lots of people had crushes on Justin. Hailey just happened to marry hers. If she ever released a memoir about that journey, it would probably be a bestseller. Forget makeup routines, people would be lining up to read that story. But instead of clearing things up, she's stayed silent while everything continues to unfold. Even with all the chatter around Selena's emotional lyrics and what they might mean, Justin and Hailey seem unaffected. They were recently seen grabbing sushi in LA, smiling and relaxed. Hailey looked cheerful, and Justin seemed more refreshed than he has in a long time. Maybe he's been prioritizing rest or just focusing on himself. Either way, they gave off the vibe of two people trying to stay focused on each other and not the noise outside their relationship. Then, unexpectedly, Tate McRae entered the mix. She's an incredibly talented artist and has been talked about in some celebrity rumor circles before. But now she's in a massive ad campaign with Hailey. The billboard made a splash, and fans quickly speculated that Tate might be aligning with Hailey on a branding level. She's been seen hanging out with Hailey and even seems friendly with Justin, so her name coming up now doesn't seem random at all. As for Selena, she's made it clear she wants no part of the drama. When fans thought one of her posts was throwing shade, she shut it down quickly, explaining she's not feeding into any Selena versus Hailey talk. Even Tate had to explain herself. After people started jumping to conclusions, she posted on Instagram saying she wasn't picking sides, just sharing lyrics. But let's be honest, on the internet, even simple things get twisted. People will run with any angle they can, whether there's proof or not. It's okay to talk about this stuff, to break it down and share opinions. That's what pop culture is, people reacting, debating, and forming their own takes. But it's important not to cross the line. Sending hateful messages or attacking Hailey or anyone else is not it. This shouldn't go from a trending topic to a personal attack. Keep it respectful, even if things get messy. Now, here's where it gets really strange. Someone created a fake AI video of Hailey Bieber that was genuinely creepy. It had French text on it, so it probably came from a European creator. In the video, Hailey appears to be wearing a shirt that says, "I hate Selena Gomez." Obviously it's not real, but it looks incredibly convincing at first glance. That's the scary part about AI now. It can make something completely fake look very real. In the clip, she's standing still looking at her phone. It's quiet, eerie, and if you weren't paying close attention, you might believe it's legit. The original audio had to be removed because it was playing a Selena song, but even muted, the video felt unsettling. Her expression looked blank, almost robotic, no emotion in her eyes. It was enough to make a lot of people uncomfortable. What was supposed to be just a video ended up crossing into something way more disturbing. This is one of those moments where the use of AI goes too far. It's not a fun filter or a meme, it's a fake video that can cause real misunderstandings. And it leaves people wondering, why was it made? Who's behind it? What are they trying to do? These deepfakes might seem like jokes, but they can fuel real hate and confusion. That's why more voices are calling for limits when it comes to AI-generated content. The tech's cool, but it's starting to create problems we're not ready for. So, that's the latest in this ever-growing storm of music, personal history, online theories, and unexpected twists. If you're enjoying staying caught up, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And jump into the comments. Are you leaning toward Team Selena, Team Hailey, or just along for the ride while the internet talks it out? Appreciate you watching, and we'll catch you in the next